Welcome back, Amador County. Joined this morning, Harry Lynd. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Great. Thanks for coming in.
Great to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, you're a veteran with the Marine Corps.
Yes, we are. I wanted to come here today and kind of invite everybody who's watching to the Amador, everybody in Amador County, to the Harry the Horse Liver Sedge Memorial, which is going to be happening this Saturday at 11 o'clock at the American Legion Hall. It's about an hour presentation. We'll have guest speakers. We'll have people who will talk about the Iwo Jima conflict, because that's where General Liver Sedge got his reputation. He's a native of Volcano.
Local. Great.
He's a very local guy. He was also a bronze medal winner in one of the 1926 Olympics, a shot putter. Wow. But he's most noted for managing and leading the 28th Regiment for the Marine Corps on on Iwo Jima, where he took Mount Suribachi and raised the flag. And I think most everybody is familiar with the image of all the Marines pushing that flag up. Well, it's probably the third flag that was actually raised. The first one was really quite small. Iwo Jima was really kind of a pivotal point here. And February 23rd is tomorrow, and it actually happens to be the actual day of the flag raising. So it just happened that way that we have it on a Saturday. It's an annual event. The event lasts about an hour. We would love to invite all the Marines, their families, and all the veterans and their families to this. It's a no cost.
Okay.
It lasts about an hour, and there will be refreshments after that.
Okay. And this takes place up at the Legion Hall?
At the Legion Hall itself, yes.
Okay. What time does it all kick off?
It starts at 11 o'clock. We'll have the Marines, in addition to a few other things. We'll bringing a guest speaker from the Bay Area. He's a Marine Colonel Starling, and he will talk about some of the things that are actually going on in the modern-day Marine Corps, as well as a little bit of information about General Liver Sedge's career.
Okay. Have things changed in the Marines as far as from when you served till today? I mean, for sure technology would be...
Well, technology was really something. I served during the Cuba crisis, as well as starting off the Vietnam conflict. When the Cuba crisis occurred, I was called back to the ship, and my wife knew more about where I was going than I did. I didn't have computers, there was no phone calls, didn't get newspapers or anything like that. In today's modern Marine Corps, most everybody has some sort of access to communications.
Does that ever, does the armed forces or the Marines, do they ever worry that communication could be intercepted now? Is that, I mean, they didn't have to worry about it then, right?
Well, you know, what's interesting is the person we have invited to blow taps during this particular celebration is Gail Belmont. She's the director of Quilts of Honor. She has blown taps at Arlington Cemetery, as well as creating these quilts for very distinguished careers. Presidents have received these quilts, along with some people who have actually gotten Purple Hearts, and some people who have post-traumatic stress syndrome. And I guess she's given away almost 10,000 of these quilts. And getting to your communications discussion, I don't know if you've heard about the Navajo code talkers. During World War II in the Pacific Islands, the Navajo Indians came up with a way of communicating where the enemy couldn't detect what the heck they were saying, because their language was created in a way that nobody knew what they were saying except another Navajo Indian.
Kind of like code.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, they were called the code talkers. And one of the interesting facts about that was a Marine officer was assigned to each code talker so that if they happened to have gotten captured, they were actually shot, so that nobody could get their information and break that code. And the Navajo actually understood this going in. Gail Belmont, who's blowing taps,
she's a local gal too.
She's
right?
from Valley Springs, yeah.
Wonderful.
And she's got her nonprofit organization down there, and she's actually found some code talkers a couple of years ago and gave some quilts to them, the survivors. And so that was really quite a thing.
Did you say she made a quilt for Colonel West?
Yes, yeah, Colonel West and Nick Cronus, who is another one of our members, and both of those people were island hoppers. They were in the Pacific, and they went from Guam to all these different places that you've seen all over the place. They're quite the heroes in my mind.
We've seen Colonel West here in the studio. How old did you say Colonel is?
94.
94.
Going on 95.
Yeah,
yes.
young 94. And I tell you,
Yeah.
he comes in with the polished shoes and everything's pressed nice and
Some things never
perfect.
change,
Yeah,
you know.
He is
he's
quite
still on top of
something.
his game, that guy.
All we got to do is keep his dress blues on his body.
Right.
So he's lost a little bit of weight, and when he was cutting the cake at the last Marine Corps birthday, he had a little problem keeping his pants up. And we tease him about that today.
All right.
Great. Well, Harry, we're pleased to have you in the studio. We're going to run to an ad break, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.